Welcome to RaceDesigner, GiPSy's web application for remote control. There is no need to download it, as it can work with any device and browser. If you own or rent a set of marks, you will be given your ID and password. We can also provide spectator accounts, which will see what is happening but won't be able to take actions on the marks. Let's log in. The map supports touch interactions. You will see the active marks in your account. If turned on and connected, they are of orange color. They are gray if disconnected or powered off. There is an arrow at the top, a menu on the left, a menu on the bottom, and a counter. The arrow defines the orientation of the map, which by default is north. In sailing, it is often convenient to work with the map oriented according to the wind direction. We have here the wind blowing from 230 degrees. This is what installing an ultrasonic wind sensor looks like. There is another function, but we will explore that later. You can set the wind direction. By clicking outside the menu, the map will rotate. On the left part, we have zoom in and zoom out buttons, a button that displays your location. Make sure you have the right settings for displaying your location on the browser. A ruler, where angles are always taken from the top object to the bottom object, and always relative to the orientation of the map. A button for moving all the buoys together around a fixed point. More on this later. At the bottom we have a pen symbol for drawings, a button for adding pins, a logout button, settings for the GPS coordinate format and preferred unit of measurement here. On the right bottom side, the counter tells you how many seconds passed since the last automatic refresh of your page happened. If your connection is bad, this will become red and you won't be able to move the marks either. Check your connection if that happens. If you click on a buoy, a menu will appear in the upper right part of the screen. Here you have the main controls and some information. If a buoy is in a free position, the motors are not running and you will not be able to act on it. You will have to first set it on fixed mode. In that moment, the buoy will hold its actual position and is ready to be redirected. Drag. This function allows you to easily move the buoy when you already have a reference on the screen and you can quickly snap the buoy to it. Otherwise, it is useful when great precision is not required. As you move the target, you will also see what the distance and angle is relative to the map orientation from the previous position. For example, if you move the buoy to the right side, you will always move it 90 degrees, whatever the orientation of the map is. Distance angle. This tool is very useful for precise repositionings relative to another object or to its current position. Just select the reference object from the drop-down menu, the angle, and a distance. Offset. This tool is handy for small distances, normally to the four main directions. But you can also combine them. Distance and angle are relative to the current orientation of the map. Manual coordinates. Give the marks the desired coordinates. You can change the format in the setting menu. Let's close the buoy menu and go to the pin button. Very often it is convenient to set some reference points on the map. In order to do this, we have the option of manually entering coordinates, dragging the pin, or using the distance angle function. This is the same function we have seen for buoys. With pins you can display, for example, the race committee position. Someone on the boat can display his own position and snap a pin on it. In order for other users to see a new pin, a refresh of the page will be necessary on their devices. A pin can always be changed in color, name, and shape. It can also be hidden and displayed later on. It will always remain associated with an account till deleted. Let's have a look at drawings, useful for designing courses or delimit areas. There are two options: preset courses and free drawings. For preset courses, there is a list of shapes to choose from. Let's take trapeze as an example, where we will use only the outer gate. We need to set the starting point, which is the race committee. Then a menu appears where you can edit all the course data, like legs lengths, angles, gates widths, and more. Please note that the default orientation of a newly created course is the one previously set on the map. When happy about all the parameters, we can save the course. You can see that the starting line is connected to the starting boat. Now we can use the drag function to snap all the buoys to their positions. It is usually recommended to take the buoy on board and quickly reach the approximate area. Remember that buoys are not aware of their surroundings. Make sure you can see what is happening. GiPSy has small encapsulated propellers, which normally do not hurt anyone. When you move a buoy to a new location, you can check the status of its journey in the info menu. You can check the distance to the goal and its current position. The buoys exchange information with our server every 5 seconds. You can also stop a buoy during its journey by pressing the Stop the Buoy button, and it will hold the current position. Once the course is set, all buoys will have the anchor symbol in place. Whenever a buoy is more than 4 meters from its goal, you will see a propeller symbol. Let's see what happens if we have a wind shift of 10 degrees to the right. We can first adjust the wind and reorient the chart. If we want to adjust the entire course, we can go back to the drawing and modify it. We adjust the wind. We can also tell all the buoys attached to the drawing to follow the new position. This is not mandatory, and if you do not enable the function, the drawing will move and the buoy will keep their previous position. Let's use it. All the buoys now are aiming at the new positions. You can also use the free drawing function. Take a look at it here. You can draw 3 types of shapes. For example, with line you can draw special courses. You can modify the shape by clicking on the corners. You can also draw a circle and define a race area, which can be hidden and displayed at convenience. There are 2 last functions we would like to show you. They are for automatic rotation of the entire course. You can set an automatic rotation of all the buoys also without using preset courses. Imagine that you have a 10-degree wind shift to the left and you want to change the orientation of the map and the course at the same time. You only need to select a reference rotation point. This will rotate all the marks on the water in your account that are currently in a fixed position. Be careful if you are using an account with buoys on multiple racecourses. You can also use the button on the left menu when you want to perform a quick rotation regardless of the wind. Simply by giving a left or right reorientation. Thank you for watching our tutorial. If you have any question, reach out to us.